2018 saw the historic summit between the United States and the DPRK, the first ever meeting between the two countries' leaders. Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un agreed that Singapore would host the talks, centered around the possible denuclearization of the DPRK. The two men promised further talks to lower the tension between the countries. Other world leaders tried to calm tensions on the Korean peninsula. China's President Xi Jinping met with Kim.
As a close neighbor to the peninsula, we will not allow any wars or riots on the peninsula. Nobody will benefit from it.
The Chinese Communist Party changed China's constitution to remove the two-term limit on the presidency. The world marked the 100th anniversary of the First World War. Ceremonies were held in Europe. It had been called the war to end all wars. Continuing conflicts throughout the 20th century would emphatically disprove that notion. Donald Trump withdrew the US from the Iran nuclear deal. Under its terms, Iran pledged to curb nuclear activities in return for the lifting of nuclear-related economic sanctions and freeing up Tehran's frozen assets. Trump had complained of the deal since running for president.
Any nation that helps Iran in its quest for nuclear weapons could also be strongly sanctioned by the United States. America will not be held hostage to nuclear blackmail.
Politics in Latin America shifted to the right. Brazil elected the right-wing Jair Bolsonaro, a former military officer. Colombia elected Ivan Duque. There was a new face in control of Cuba. Miguel Díaz-Canel was elected president of Cuba, ending nearly 60 years of rule by the Castro brothers. In the US, opposition Democrats stormed the midterm elections, a rebuke for President Trump.
But I think Nancy Pelosi, I think she deserves it. She's fought long and hard. She's a very capable person.
With the Democrats controlling the lower house of Congress, Trump could see much of his agenda slow down in 2019 and be subject to much more oversight. The US moved its embassy to Jerusalem, delighting the Israeli government, but angering Palestinians. Russia and Turkey saw presidential elections that solidified existing powers. Afghans turned out by the millions for parliamentary elections, despite the threat of violence. Cyril Ramaphosa took office in South Africa following the resignation of Jacob Zuma. Toby, Muse, CGTN, Washington.